I remember the second I met Carley, and I was working at the Nashville airport.
I was a flight attendant, and he was working as an airport gate agent, station agent.
She walked up, and she had expressed interest in moving to Nashville.
I wanted to transfer. I didn't want to fly anymore, so I wanted to transfer to the airport. And I asked him, I was like, "Are you guys hiring? Do you know how it works?" He was helpful and nice, and I really liked that about him.
She opened the door, and I think people expect you to say it was this explosion of change for me, but for me it was this very subtle thing where it was almost like all of me shifted a little, and just looking back I could see a tangible change in the path my life was taking right at that moment.
I liked him, he liked me, we knew it, but it was kind of didn't know if we should jump into something.
Our first date, we just hung out at her house and watched we watched Kroll. So I thought it was awesome, but I'm kind of a nerd, so.
That was kind of the first time it seemed like, I think this is probably gonna go forward.
I don't think she knew what she was getting into, the whole nerd thing, but it was really nice and simple. We were already pretty good friends, so it was completely normal and 100% comfortable. We just connected perfectly, it was like a puzzle. I don't think I thought of ever not being married to her.
We ended up having a little baby girl, and I was going through some really difficult times after the birth of her.
I had the ring, and I was working on a plan, but then one night when Layla was born, we were going through a very hard time.
He was just acting a little bit off.
I want her to know that I'm gonna be here, that I don't care about all this, I'll weather this with her. And I thought, I need to propose now. I need her to know, and this is the best way I can show her.
It was really the perfect time for him to ask me.
Just got down on one knee beside the bed, nobody was there.
And he, told me that he loved me and asked me to marry him.
It meant a great deal to me, and I think it meant a great deal to her too.
I was just so happy, and I loved the ring, and it was thoughtful.
I can't think of a time when I didn't want her forever.
For some reason, I was kind of surprised. I know we already had a baby, so I felt like we were gonna get married, but I was shocked. And it was exactly what I needed at that time. We talked all the time. I remember I went to Florida with my family, and I was on the phone the whole time, texting. It was around St. Patrick's Day. He came to Texas, we went to Six Flags. It was and I was there for a work thing, and it was the most fun work thing ever, because it was fun, and it felt like that's when we actually grew into the start of what we are. I think the real moment for me, it sounds so crazy, but we went to Hawaii, we went shopping, and he bought me a dress. And I never really had anybody do that, just buy me. So I was like, oh, I love this. And so he bought it. He's like, I'll get it for you. Usually you just buy something and then you bring it home and surprise them, but he just bought it right then, and I loved it. I think that was when I really felt it.
When you have kids, you don't know how to be a parent at first. You have to learn as the kid learns, and Carley didn't really seem to have to learn.
We were raised totally different, a guy from Tennessee and this New York girl. We're so different, and we are so on the same page with her.
She does great with Layla, teaches Layla everything, but that confidence is the thing that I see developing in Layla that I love about Carley.
He's the best father in the world. I feel like I didn't even know how much I loved him until I saw him as a dad.
She's so calm and patient and instilling of the virtues that I would want to see in my children.
He's the best dad. He's fun, but he's gentle, especially with a little girl. He's just the best dad in the world.